Okay, we're back. Can you guys see the game complete with borders, by the way?
We're back. A Dinosaur's Story. Yeah. Good movie. Josh doesn't like it.
That's not true. We're back. A Dinosaur's Story.
No, I watched it with you on Netflix like a couple of years ago, and you were like, yeah, but it's not that good. I was like, yeah, but I want to watch it with you because it's so good.
I love it. We're back. A Dinosaur's Story.
I don't know. You gave me the implication you didn't once.
Oh.
Well, alright, who's your favorite dinosaur?
I like the T-Rex, the John Goodman one.
He is pretty good, man.
He's great.
My favorite character in that whole damn thing is probably just the characters getting turned into weird monkeys in the circus.
Okay, so
those are cool.
We're back and you guys can see us. The game's visible. Are we on it? Can you hear us? Just making sure.
Well, they heard you ask because they're saying yes.
You know what? That's a good point. Can you hear the game as well? That's a big question. Because I have to make sure that that's something.
You hearing that?
And if it's super loud, let me know so that I can turn it down.
Hearing that artisanal heritage.
Hey, Muncho Jack, welcome to the channel. You can hear the game. Game is a little loud. Okay, I can turn that down. Give me just 1 second. Also, before I forget, I do need to switch it over on Twitch too. Because I left it as was.
Welcome to the floorboards, whichever person. Muncho Jack probably in the floorboards. Definitely. Okay. Welcome very much. We've got food down there probably. Krabby Patties.
Some squeaky boots.
Yeah, all of the squeaky boots you could ever eat. Deep fried and delicious.
Golden delicious squeaky boots.
We're Back. A Dinosaur Story is just, like, in retrospect, it's not the greatest picture quality, or at least what's been imported to digital is not the greatest picture quality, but there is definitely like a lovingness of the craft of just the animation itself, the way everything looks. Like, that was a Spielberg thing. In the 90s, he was super hard into like animation, and I really respect that. There's no way that man's not a furry.
He's not. He's really, really good at making money.
He knows about the furries.
Yeah.
He made Tiny Toons.
I'm aware.
There is no way he's not at least a little bit in on that.
He was making money. That's entirely what Spielberg's entire thing when it came to that was.
But you can tell the difference between a cynical cash grab and a passion project. I don't know if We're Back was a passion project.
Because he likes money.
So you're just saying Steven Spielberg doesn't like directing?
No, he likes directing well enough, but if it comes to kids stuff, he wants to make it good and he wants to make money. So he used cheap and efficient laborers who turned out to basically just be furries in the 90s. Because they're cheap and easy labor.
I'm pretty sure Fievel Mouskowitz is named after like a grandparent or great-grandparent of Steven Spielberg's or something like that.
Sorry, this guy is saying things, by the way.
Can you do?
Hey, you, it's not your yard, huh? Me? I'm an innocent bystander. Don't you believe me?
Oh, I left the light on in the kitchen. Is that going to affect our sound quality?
Yeah, it tends to buzz, so I'll go turn it off real fast.
Sorry, I noticed.
That's okay. So welcome back to Red version, by the way.
Rocket wants to fight. They had whips. I forgot that I didn't really forget, but like I like the reminder that they totally had whips.
Well, I think somebody, was it you or was it somebody in chat mentioned when we were playing Let's Go that they had given the whatever the Pokemon trainer, the guy with like the
cool trainers used to have.
No, not just cool trainer. It's they gave the guy, he has like candy on one hip and a whip on the other now. It's like the performer, like the clown.
Oh,
trainer type.
I kind of remember.
I forget what they're called, but that was a thing, yeah. So yeah, no, we've fought this guy last Saturday, but we fought the Let's Go version of him.
Yeah.
Because you wanted to keep parity between the two, so we're gonna try our best. So yeah, welcome back.
Instead of pancakes, we got Trash King, both neutrinos.
Pancakes we haven't been using almost at all during Let's Go.
Yeah.
We used them at the beginning, and then we kind of just shifted off because Trash King is here.
Yeah, it's got more options in the early game because they put more things on each route, so you don't have like 3 Pokemon that shows up in any particular patch of grass, so you get choices.
I mean, that's a big thing, but I also kind of stopped using pancakes as much because I didn't want to have 2 Kanto teams at the same time that both had like similar or the same Pokemon in some cases.
We're gonna want to look at our team right now, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Once we've killed this
Yeah,
Machop.
I'm waiting for this Machop to go down.
Which...
He's just karate chopping over and over and over. And he got crits on every single hit. I don't know if you noticed that.
Well, you increase your crit rate with, was it Focus Energy? Did he use Focus Energy?
Focus Energy doesn't work in Gen 1.
Doesn't it?
No.
Oh. Huh.
Have you never heard that?
No.
I wish I had the list of things sitting in front of me. There is a list that you can find of stuff in first gen that never actually worked, and people just thought they did. Focus Energy actually cuts your chance to crit down to a quarter of what it is. So if you had a 100% chance to crit and you used Focus Energy first, it would be down to 25%.
Good job, first gen.
Yeah, first gen was really broken.
But it was a labor of love, and we can all tell. They did things with this game that had never been anticipated before, and they changed the world.
That's true. Somebody pointed out that speed affects critting. Oh, look,
Drowsy?
It's Drowsy.
Drowsy used to have a thumb.
Yeah,
Those
Drowsy.
are human hands.
Yeah, Drowsy has, I think he has a thumb in current Pokemon,
I don't...
but it's very small, and I don't think he almost ever uses it. But you know, he's got like the twiddly fingers.
Yeah.
He, as time went on, his hands got smaller, and they got more,
I like these hands
Pikachu-like, I want to say. But yeah, he started out with full-on just human hands.
It looks
a little
terrifying. It's a little
now.
creepy, but in the way that Drowsy you expect to be creepy, so it works.
You do.
I still Steven Spielberg is absolutely in on the furry thing because his studio also made Balto.
Don't. We're done with this conversation.
Okay,
I don't want to have this talk.
He really likes Jurassic Park. He doesn't want this ruined for him.
No, that's not what. Jurassic Park is like an okay movie. I don't even like it that much.
Okay, I got a different impression.
No. Why would you think that what?
Well, anyways, the guy who made The Swan Princess went on to make the Alpha and Omega movies and continued to churn out sequels to it. I think he just writes those for his kids or something. That guy's probably got like a dog Sona of some sort.
I said let's not have this conversation.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Okay.
You don't even respect my opinion. Thanks.
Well, I thought you were playing the straight man for the joke.
Stop. I'll give up.
Okay,
I'll
stop.
leave quietly.
Don't leave.
We got $510 dues. We're Hundera in this game.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll return the TM I stole. You recovered TM 28. I better get moving. Bye. Just fucks off.
Just smoke bombs away.
He didn't even smoke bomb. He just kind of like transitioned away.
Can you check our team? Just give us a reminder.
Sure. So just seeing the Pokemon that we have right now. Trash King is dead, but he's here.
Yep.
We've got, oh god, that's right. There's no easy way to do it in Gen 1.
First gen.
We got Crimbo Williams, the War Turtle.
He's a cool guy, plays the blues, is blue.
Yeah. We've got Microwave, the Pikachu.
Microwave.
Yes.
He's
we've
small.
Got
he likes burritos.
Feelsbug.
I don't remember why we named him
I think his full name is Feelsbug Man, but we couldn't fit it in there.
That sounds familiar.
It may have been because we caught him possibly as a Metapod. I don't know.
Maybe.
Actually, if he knows Tackle, we didn't catch him as a Metapod.
Yeah, I know.
We got Kunamon.
Because
the Beedrill.
It's the bug.
Because he started out as a Weedle.
Yeah.
Poison Sting and String Shot. Wow, that Weedle, that Beedrill's got nothing on it, like at all.
Yeah, that's fine.
And we have Soup, the Oddish.
French onion soup.
Yeah, French onion soup.
I remember that one.
Yep.
Really cute name.
Just has Absorb and nothing else. That's fine, though.
It's kind of an unbalanced team, but that's usually how these go.
Yeah, well, it's Gen 1 also, so... It's not like we really have a chance to be all that balanced, to be honest. I think we bought the Magikarp, but we never used it. If I remember correctly, anyway.
Do we want to use it, though, if we're using one on Let's Go?
No, if we're using one in Let's Go, let's not even bother. But I'm just saying, I know that's a thing.
Yeah, plus we've got War Turtle, so, you know. We don't need that water-type balance.
No, not really. I like that even though it's first gen, I'm holding down the B button to run, and it's only just now dawning on me that doesn't do a goddamn thing.
Yeah. Wait, you weren't holding it down to run in
no.
Let's Go.
No, not at all. Yeah. I figured what's lost is lost. I decided to teach Diglett how to dig without a TM. Okay.
Yeah, so
Thanks.
we get to just keep it.
So you get to keep Dig. Da, 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 da.
I mean, their house is still trash, though. I don't know why this happened.
Yeah, you're never required to return that TM,
Yeah.
which always feels strange to me. But it's like at least they have an
You
explanation.
gonna search
for
the
it.
grass over here?
Like, why?
For
for
friends.
Chanseys and Vulpixes.
I think that Meowths show up here.
It's red version.
Oh, that's true. Then what would it be instead? Growlithe?
Growlithe.
Pidgey.
Yeah, it's a Pidgey. Oh yeah, we had a conversation about this where Sugimori, the artist for Pokemon, was actually given the sprites initially and told to make official art off of the sprites after other people had made the sprites for him. And I think Pidgey was one of the ones where he was basically like, they handed me this, I drew a version of it, and then I said, fuck that, and redesigned the entire fucking thing. Because he hated the original design for Pidgey.
Yeah, like, it's... Pidgey does not normally have eyes like this.
Pidgey doesn't normally have any of this. Like,
I almost
all
called
of
it a
this
hat.
is different.
Pidgey's little head feathers usually don't look like that. It usually has, like, legs.
Which is weird, because I actually like Pidgey's original, like, red and blue
Yeah, that's
sprite.
not
I kind
bad.
of like it more than some of the other, like the official Pidgey, I don't like as much, I think. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
I think they're both good. Oh, there's another soup.
Okay.
We already got one.
Yeah, I'm done with soups.
I had a shitload of soup before we started the stream, so I'm
Yeah.
good on soup for now.
I'm gonna go ahead and just walk out of this grass, I think. I don't think we're gonna run into anything else
Eh.
more interesting here. We've got the person who runs the Pokemon daycare, but they're kind of like not really super necessary. You wanna
Yeah,
do this voice?
there's really no point.
Yeah. Especially in first gen, where you can't even breed in first gen. It's literally just, do you want to give your Pokemon to this person and then gain, I think it's 1 experience per step, basically.
Yeah, it's not worth it right now.
Not really.
Hi, do you have Nidoran? Oh, my voice sounds terrible. Do you want to trade it for Nidoran? Other kind?
No.
Do we have a Nidoran
That's
female?
too bad. I don't know if we do. We might.
You can catch both in both versions. It's
Yeah,
just the rarity is
yeah.
different.
I don't know why they... Well, I guess they give you the option because maybe they think that you'd want the one that's more rare, but, like, it's kind of pointless.
Well, I mean, if you didn't realize you could just wait around and get the smaller percentage chance,
There
like,
we go.
it will give you the in.
I know there's items in here. I'm just trying to, like, hit some of them real fast. I think there's more than one.
Welcome to the floorboards, Rat. You've never... Yeah,
Hey.
you started with 4th gen, didn't you?
Oh, did he never play Red and Blue?
No.
Oh,
he's
this is a
old.
Game Boy game. This is the kind of game that you'd pop into a large cartridge brick, and then you'd start playing your beep boops at night, but you had to have a light shining on it at all times, so your parents would tell that you were up, and then they'd bust into your room and be like, go to bed, and you'd have to hide it under your pillow quickly and go, I've been asleep the whole time.
Unless you have one of those monster fucking magnifier screens that hooks onto your Game Boy
Yeah, the really
with a
awful
battery-powered light in it.
God, I hate
I
those
had
so
that.
much.
I also had a rechargeable battery that give you like extra grip on the
Did
sides.
your giant screen come with the 2 little speakers that pull off on the sides, by the way?
No.
Because I used to have a friend who had one of those.
Yeah,
those
I didn't
things
have
were
that.
terrible. Should I do this voice, or do you want to?
People often lose things in that underground path.
Okay.
Everyone's
That's
gonna
an
have sick
informative.
voice.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I think there's a hidden item up here.
Maybe.
I remember because we found one in Let's Go, so there might be one in Red and Blue.
2 other people in chat are saying they had the magnifying light Game Boy thing.
The one with the speakers or not? Because
I don't know.
it's very important to know.
It's important to Josh. I wasn't aware there was a version with speakers.
Yeah, there was a version with speakers. I never had any version of that myself. I was only permitted to have a Game Boy at one house because my parents were divorced. anyway, and my mom didn't like Game Boys.
Which is really weird.
Yeah, she thought that video games kept children from going outside and making friends, and playing sports, which she was wholly and completely against.
Which is great because Pokemon is very much a thing that people played outside with their friends.
Oh yeah, but she was like, oh, every time I look out at like the baseball stadium, I see all of those kids sitting on their butts playing their Game Boys instead of baseball, and it just makes me sad for today's youth. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, well, you still liked sports though to some extent, so like that was never a problem.
I mean, not enough that I was like
as a kid
person, even as a kid.
Like, but you talk about it, and sometimes that you just enjoyed playing like sports and gym.
I guess
the two weren't mutually exclusive. I hate sports, but you could have taken away all my video games, and I wouldn't have done sports because fuck that. But
yeah,
like they don't correlate.
There aren't many bugs out here, says bug catcher Jack? I don't know.
They don't have names.
Bug catcher. Oh, that's true. It's first gen. They don't have names.
Yep. Too
Wants
much
to
data.
fight. Yeah, so everybody was just their trainer type, and that was it. Which is fair. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, that's an awful lot of data to keep when they were already keeping 150 Pokemon and letting you nickname them.
Nicknames, save files, and a number of Pokemon were what really hurt the memory restrictions on
Hall
the
of
Game
Fame.
Boy stuff. Yeah. No. Hall of Fame had very little to do
Well,
with it.
it's still storage, is what I'm saying.
Yes, but there was this weird. Famously, it came down on Tajiri to make a decision when they were finally finishing up the game, and it was you could have multiple save files in Pokemon, which would have been absolutely completely different from anything that we know of when it comes to Pokemon, or you could nickname your Pokemon. And Sugimori chose to give up the option to have a second save file for nicknaming Pokemon. It was
a good choice, I think. But
I think there are a lot of people who would agree with you.
The Hall of Fame is something that does, it is something that changes based on, whether or not you've beaten the game and all of that. So, like, when you do missing no glitches, which are related to the part of the memory where your name goes, it glitches out your Hall of Fame as well.
That's actually not true.
Is it not?
No. It doesn't go where your name goes. The missing no glitch plays on data that doesn't exist. It's post Pokemon, but it's actually series of data that are supposed to be blank, and your name gets moved to them occasionally for certain events and then pulled off of it.
Yeah.
So what it actually, that's also where the old man goes when you activate the old man, which is why up until you run into the old man, I don't think you'd actually ever run into missing no, if I'm not mistaken. I don't 100% remember, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. A lot of the missing no stuff was like really, really weird. We're never gonna show any of that off.
Yeah.
By the way.
Are we gonna
I don't want to fuck things up.
Are we gonna see the truck?
We'll show off the truck. Yeah, that'll be.
I mean, that's a long-term goal, kind of.
Yeah, well, it's kind of. It's like 2 sessions off, but that's fine. I didn't even see what he was sending out. That's fine. Who cares?
It's a Weedle. It's a bug catcher, so it's not gonna be much.
So we'll just horn attack it. Trash King is just destroying things. We need to get the experience share.
Yeah.
I know where it is too. We're coming up on it. That's
Is
not that
it?
big a deal. It's. I'm pretty sure it's on the other side of Diglett's cave.
Oh, I don't remember.
I think that's where it is in Gen 1. I can't
thought it was
remember
later in the game.
100%,
I don't remember.
I think that's where it is. Well, we're still not that. I mean, we're not late in the game, but we're about at the middle point of this game, just about. I want to say. We've got two badges. I know it seems like that's not very much, but that's actually a pretty good distance.
Like 12 episodes.
Look, the anime was garbage. Let's
take it back.
Be real. No, I will never take that
Treasonous
back. You know it. You know I am.
Josh has no respect for the ancient times and the lore we've passed down.
It's not that I actually dislike the anime in any way, shape, or form. It's more that I have issues with the way that it presented itself, and especially in... Oh, is it in Fuchsia City? Somebody said it's in Fuchsia City.
I don't remember.
Well, that's fine. If it's in Fuchsia City, I mean, then I'm wrong. I thought it was on the other side of Diglett Cave. I might be thinking of something else then. I know there's an Abra
Flash
over there.
is there, I think.
Yeah. All right. Or not an Abra, a Mr. Mime that you trade for an Abra.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen you around. Are you good? Just giving everybody awful voices right now.
Well, it's easier on the throat
More
to
bug
just embrace
catchers.
the shitty throat.
I guess. There's so many bug catchers here.
Yeah, it's
He
because
sent
it's
out
early
a
game.
free butt.
I'm gonna give out free butts in chat.
No.
Just send
don't.
us your
Not
address.
gonna do that. Not gonna. That is against Twitch's terms of service to even joke about that.
Really?
Don't do
Ugh.
it. Don't do it.
Okay, well, I also didn't
fuck
expect
it, no
people to
sleep
put
powder.
their addresses
Okay.
in the chat.
Here's the thing. Sleep powder is like the best move in this entire fucking game. And it continued to be the best move for a long time. Like, even in modern day, sleep powder is unbelievably good. It is a 100% hit.
Is it?
Yes, and if it hits, it is 100% of the time going to put you to sleep.
I forgot how shitty the powder effect looked, though.
Yeah, and Butterfree, it's Butterfree's signature move. I think Butterfree is
It just
either
has
the
all the
only
powders,
Pokemon
right?
that knows it, or is the Pokemon that learns it the earliest. I don't remember which of those two is true.
I know Venomoth learns a bunch of powders.
Yeah, but I don't think it's Sleep Powder. I don't think Venomoth learns Sleep Powder.
I don't know.
Bulbasaur also learns a bunch of the powders, but again, I'm pretty sure they don't learn Sleep Powder. Which is actually one of the best reasons to keep a Butterfree around, which is why we have one, is for Sleep Powder and for Confusion. Because it's an early and easy Psychic type to just have. So, are they still just trying to type? Did they get individual names in the remakes? They did. They
Everyone
yeah,
does.
yeah, everybody, all of the trainers get names in remakes and stuff.
Oh, Breloom is good. Fapney's in chat saying Breloom with sleep powder was his jam in Gen 5. I love Breloom. Breloom as a design is just fun and cute.
I think I've mentioned it, but there used to be this strategy with Breloom that people would do, and you wouldn't get people doing it very often, which is okay, I guess, but it was, there's this strategy called Sub-Punch Breloom, and I think I was going to explain this in a Uranium episode, and I forgot to do the episode where that could happen. Okay, maybe Sleep Powder doesn't always hit, actually. Huh. I thought it did. I guess I'm wrong.
God, it's like fucking Cocoa Puffs all over the screen.
That's how Butterfree works. But there's this thing called Sub-Punch Breloom, which is a Breloom with, I think speed needs to be its highest stat, which is fine. You can EV-IV train for something like that. And then as what is the...
Shroomish?
Shroomish, thank you. I almost said Marsh Stomp. That's not right.
That's a weird
Yeah.
shade.
As a Shroomish, you get it up to like level 40 before you evolve it into Breloom, and it learns Spore, which is exceptionally fucking good on Breloom. So Spore, I think, is what I'm thinking of when I think 100% chance to hit.
Could be.
Spore is a unbelievably powerful sleep powder style move that Breloom learns. So you put Spore on Breloom alongside Substitute and Focus Punch. And then your fourth spot is reserved for whatever you think would be most useful. Because what you do is you go into battle, you have Breloom use Substitute, and then Spore. So Substitute puts a sub in front of you, which means that it's going to take 1 to 2 hits to take that sub down. Spore puts the opponent to sleep, and then you just keep using Focus Punch. And Focus Punch takes 2 moves to hit, or 2 turns to hit. If you are hit the first time, oh god, we're poisoned. If you're hit the first move, like when you're charging up for Focus Punch, it will break Focus Punch. But if the opponent is asleep, they can't hit you during that turn.
Why are you going all the way back?
Because I have to heal.
You can't go into the...
No, that's Saffron. It would be the...
No?
We'd have to walk through
No,
the...
down.
No, there's 2 trainers in the way.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize...
Yeah, there's 2 trainers in the way going down, and there's 2 trainers going up, but the 2 going up...
Okay, you made it sound like you
focusing
had
on us.
the map mixed up.
No, I know where I am.
Okay.
Do you know where we are? Like...
I do, and that's why I was confused that you wouldn't just walk down.
Yeah. God. Anyway, yeah. Breloom had, you would put them to sleep, you'd sub up, and then you'd focus punch. And the first turn would always be spent either your opponent switching Pokemon or just trying to deal with sleep. Oh, he fainted at the Pokemon Center.
That stings the most.
That's always the most depressing version.
People write creepypastas about that shit.
That's unfortunate. Anyway, you do that and then you'd hit. And the other thing to do is if you have a Breloom, one of their really interesting abilities that they have is Poison Heal, which nobody is dumb enough to poison your Breloom. Brelooms with Poison heal off of poison. Like, obviously, that's what the ability does. Nobody's dumb enough to poison it, but if you give your Breloom a poison... I want to say
Poison Orb?
Poison Orb, yes. It will automatically poison your Pokemon. So you give it to Breloom, Breloom automatically poisons itself. It doesn't take damage from poison if it has Poison Heal, and in fact will heal that amount of poison every single turn instead. So you effectively have a Breloom that heals every turn, has a perfect sleep move, substitute, and an attack that takes 2 turns, and then usually like Seed Bomb or something is the final one.
Also, it can't be affected by other status ailments if it's poisoned.
Yep, that's the other thing, is you can't burn or paralyze a Pokemon that is already poisoned. Except I think that's not actually how it works. If I remember correctly, statuses I think have tiers, and some of them are worse off than others,
Yeah,
and
you
then
can
the worst
confuse.
ones pick up. No.
No?
I think if you're poisoned, you might have a chance to be put to sleep? I don't remember. They function in tiers where it's like some of them are worse than others, and the ones that are worse will actually take over the slot or something stupid like that. In earlier games, I think they changed it eventually. I don't remember.
Maybe. Who's there? Quit listening in on us.
That's the man.
I don't care. He's like a camper or something.
Yeah, he is. That's fair.
So he could have a high-pitched voice.
Junior trainer. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's Gen 1.
Forgot that you were called that.
Picnickers in Let's Go, I want to say?
Yeah. No, it's campers and picnickers. I think picnickers are the same.
Are they? I don't even remember.
I think.
Let's see. Poison Sting this one. It's a Squirtle. It's
Why
a
did
tiny
they not evolve their
turtle.
Squirtle?
I don't know.
Because it should have evolved by now.
Because level 20 is where it's at for Squirtle, I guess.
I guess.
Oh man, we're doing it all wrong.
We were asked a little earlier in the chat, ever done the Nuzlocke challenge?
I have started and never finished a Nuzlocke.
I have no interest, personally. I just feel like I have a way that I like to play Pokemon, and I'm not going to set up arbitrary rules for myself.
Yeah. When we first started doing this, we asked ourselves behind, like...
The curtain.
The curtain. If we were going to make this a Nuzlocke, and Megan was adamantly against it. And I realized that we would be doing a lot more grinding if this was a Nuzlocke anyway.
Yeah, it might not be that great.
So I was like, it might not be
material.
as interesting. Yeah. I know a lot of people do stream Nuzlocks. That is a thing. If I wanted to do that ever, I'd come in and I'd just do it. But
would you do it in first gen?
I probably wouldn't do it in first gen. First gen is a really difficult generation to get the hang of when it comes to stuff like that. You could, but it would just be kind of like, it would feel weird.
My personal enjoyment of Pokemon comes from, like, catching a bunch of friends and just keeping them and trying to make them, like, personally good. Like, just train them up as though I were actually just hanging out with these animals. So it's like the idea that you pretend they die is like, yeah, no, I don't need to do that.
I'm just gonna keep walking down. I'm gonna fight these two trainers so that we don't have to go all the way back up.
Yeah.
Every single time. Like, it's such a pain.
Me? Well, okay, I'll play. All my voices are gonna be
shitty
today.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, so they're junior trainers for both.
Yeah, but it's junior trainer male and junior trainer female.
They're scouts, essentially.
Yeah, I think that is what they're supposed to be, like Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts.
Yeah. Or both scouts, I guess.
I guess.
Urban Rangers.
Yeah, Urban Rangers, that's what they are.
I don't remember any of the joke badges from that episode of Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Microwaving a burrito efficiently. I think that's an actual one. I'm not making
Yeah,
it up. I'm
okay,
pretty
well,
sure that
we've
was like
got-
the climax of the episode.
We've got Microwave on our team, so we've got that one down.
Probably.
Remember in the title card art for the YouTube archive for the Red stream, I
Yes.
gave Microwave a burrito.
Did you?
Yeah, he's just walking around with a big old burrito.
I guess that makes
And
sense.
Trash King's got a crown, and Crimbo Williams has some sunglasses.
Huh.
I was being pointed out, it's funny that I don't want my friends, my fake animal friends, to die, considering in Tomodachi Life there's that RPG thing. In Tomodachi Life, they pretend to die. It explicitly
they
says so.
explicitly tell you, blank pretends to die.
So it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just they're playing for the joke.
Or something.
They're LARPing.
Kind
It's
of
just
a
it's just a live action role play. Which, to be fair, Grandma does all the time anyways in her gladiator helmet.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of just Grandma's MO.
Yeah.
About to use Pidgey again. I'm just going to keep Microwave out.
Yeah, just microwave that Pidgey.
Basically. Let's microwave this chicken.
Delicious.
Delicious chicken.
Yeah, Pidgey does look kind of chicken-like in the original
It's
sprite.
supposed to be like just a general bird. I don't think it's supposed to be any... Because you'd think pigeon when you
But
look
that's
at the name.
English
But that's the
name.
English name, yeah. I think it's just supposed to be a general bird in first gen. I don't think it's actually based on
Yeah,
any particular
It
bird.
looks kind of sparrowish.
Yeah, it might actually be like a wild sparrow or something like that.
But it's fat like a little chicken.
Yeah. It looks
I
like
love
a chicken.
chickens. They're smarter than they look. They can be very affectionate. They're fun little animals.
You want to do that?
Just didn't work.
Okay. Got 320 Pokés for winning. And I'll do this one.
You want to die, kid?
You want to talk to me? There you go.
That's a good voice.
Yeah, well. Campers and picnickers are the same thing.
Kinda.
Yeah. God.
What I
Junior
do
Trainer wants to
like-
fight.
What I do like in first gen is that ace trainers were called cool trainers, and that's just
Yeah.
so much better. I wish they would have.
Oh boy, it's a Spearow.
Spearow definitely was a sprite first Pokemon. Because
Yeah,
look at
you
this
could
thing.
tell he's super easy.
Like, you can kind of tell from, like, do these things match up anatomically, or do they look like shapes? Does it look like
Yeah.
shapes layered on each other, just sort of the best they can do for the size limitation?
Well, I'm pretty sure they were all sprite first. I think that's what they were trying to get at with that interview, is that all of them were sprite first.
Well, we know that there's very early sketches of, like, Poliwag. or whatever.
Those, yes and no. Those were done by Tajiri, not by Sugimori.
Yeah.
The really early Pokemon art stuff that you often see are Tajiri sketches, because he's actually an artist too, but he never does art.
Yeah, he made the Capsule Monsters manga that came before this concept.
A lot of people say that. I don't actually know if that's true.
Well, either way...
Because Capsule Monsters as a manga still runs.
Does
I think.
it?
I think.
Giant question mark.
There's a big question mark. It depends on what you think the Capsule Monsters manga is.
What?
Because a lot of people have this weird misinterpretation of what the Capsule Monsters manga is. It's not the thing with the Clefairy.
No.
Okay, because a lot of people think that that's what it is, and that still
No.
totally runs, by the way.
Yeah, no, the
Which
original
is
concept
really
where,
weird.
like, you got, like, the Pokeball was literally just a gacha machine capsule.
Well, that's not a manga, though. That was the series Bible for the actual
Well,
game.
didn't he set it up like a manga?
Nuh-uh.
No,
Nope.
I've seen scans. I assumed that there was, like, a full, like,
Yeah,
a few
it
pages
looks
of
like a
story.
cover, but it's not. There's no pages of story
Okay,
at all.
all
There's
right.
actually some background scenes in that are really, really cool. Like the concept that he kind of draws it out. He wanted originally for there to be shops that you could walk into and buy Pokemon. And there were guys in like turbans and like robes and stuff standing there with like hunting utensils in the background and things in cages like whipping out at the player. And it was like he wanted them to be real ass
God,
monsters. It's fine, I don't care.
But yeah, like, there's a bunch of designs from there, like Gengar and Rhydon existed.
Yeah. Well,
So those weren't sprite first.
sort of again, because it's not really Rhydon. It looks like Rhydon, but it's that weird thing, the Nyauka or something like that.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Whatever
but,
the fuck that thing is.
There were clearly drawn drafts before certain things, and then other things just kind of look like someone had the sprite stuff going and were like, well, I'll start with a circle, just kind of tack some things onto it, see where that goes. Spearo's a good example in that, like, its head is feathered differently from the rest of its body. Its back and its underbelly are different. When Sugimori tried to turn that into, like, a drawn design, he went with, like, a scaled underbelly, which doesn't really make sense for anything else going on.
No, it makes sense.
It looks like they were just kind of, like kind of putting stuff together from very vague notions of what they wanted.
There's also this concept that they have in that original, like, series Bible thing, where, first of all, there are things like kappas drawn as alongside Pokemon and stuff.
So not like Golduck kappas.
No, like actual for real kappas. And then you've got things like the trainer walking through a cave system, and it looks like the trainer is kitted out, like the Pokeballs are across their arms like slings, like on a backpack, and they've got like a machete in the bag, and they've got like a rope, and they have a flashlight, and they're looking around really scared while they're like trying to creep through this cave, and they shine the light on like a nest full of Rhydons hatching. And they're, like, freaking out. It's just like, yeah, okay, so Pokemon were originally supposed to be spooky.
Well, the Rhydon in specific is kind of just a kaiju. Was it some kind of Monster Island thing?
No, it was just looking for Pokemon in a cave, looking for monsters. Masuda had a whole thing where he talked about it, too, where originally in the concept stages, Masuda pointed out that he did all of the music for the first game. Before he picked up as main director for the series and I think president of the company. And his whole thing was, originally we wanted Pokemon to be monsters. That meant that they were supposed to be scary. And he's like, but over time we kind of changed our ideas on what that was. Pokemon Fan Club. All Pokemon fans are welcome.
A really good example would be like, if you look at old watercolor Sugimori art of like Nidoking and then look at like the most recent stuff, it's like they actively smoothed out a bunch of bumps and ridges and stuff from early
there's this thing that Sugimori talks about, and you can kind of hear it. I think here is a really good place to like point this out. Towns are supposed to sound like safety. The music is supposed to sound safe, but represent the town to some extent. This is a town that has a lot of port stuff and a lot of waterside things, and you can kind of hear it in the music. It's safe, but it's a town. It's not super big, but it's a moderate town. And it's like, it's kind of peppy, it's kind of happy, it's there. And then as soon as you walk into the routes, it's supposed to change over, and the routes are supposed to either be, you are walking with relative sort of ease, to, depending on the area that you walk into, sometimes the music is supposed to sound frantic and scary. Like Viridian Forest, where the music will repeat at random intervals sometimes to try and get you... Yep, the main tune of Viridian Forest repeats at random intervals. And it's meant to catch you off guard, because it's supposed to be a mysterious and dangerous place to be. Caves do it too. I think we can do it if we walk into Diglett Cave. If we have the option right now, I don't remember.
Yeah, I've never noticed. I guess I wouldn't notice if this repeated, because it's already kind of repetitive.
This is supposed to be kind of spooky, kind of scary. You're supposed to question if, like, it's a safe choice. The idea is that Pokemon are here, and they're monsters, and you are going to be running into them.
Should we go pick up a Diglett?
Yeah, in a little bit. Also, when you run into Pokemon, if it's a trainer battle, it sounds more intense than if it's a wild Pokemon, because if it's a wild Pokemon, you have the chance to befriend it and make it a part of your team. So the music should reflect that you could befriend this creature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see SSN moored in the harbor?
Moored in the harbor?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. We're careful about pollution. We've heard Grimer multiplies in toxic sludge.
Old school Grimer.
Yeah, old school Grimer. This should be a Machamp?
Machop.
Machop. Go. A Machop is stomping the land flat. I'm putting up a building on this plot of land. My Pokemon is tamping the land.
tamping?
Yeah, he doesn't originally say anything about bulldozing. Bulldozing came in Let's Go because that's an actual move.
Yeah, it wasn't yet.
Yeah. They should have named the move tamping.
No.
Let's see. This should be a Pikachu, right? Yeah.
Yep.
That
Pikachu. Clefairy sure is a Pikachu.
God, that, by the way, that's a noise we will never hear again. I just want to point that out real fast. That noise, that Pikachu noise, that doesn't exist anymore. Modern Pokemon does not use it. Yeah, if for generations we've had to deal with just Pika Pika Pikachu and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah.
And he's usually the only one who does it. I mean,
yeah,
Eevee does
they
too
added
now.
They added Eevee now. Eevee does it too, yeah. Won't you admire my Pikachu's adorable tail?
Ours is better.
That's a Clefairy, dude. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
I understand that they couldn't do overworld sprites for everything, but some of the ones they did are weird.
Yeah.
Oh dear! My seal is far more attractive than what?
Than that Pikachu. Cute.
That sure is a seal.
Yeah. I don't know what it is outside of seal, to be honest.
I always thought it was a whale.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like a whale, but there aren't any whale Pokemon in this generation. This is definitely not a Pikachu, though. Let's be real.
Yeah. And can you see the menu real quick?
Yeah, the Pokemon in here.
What the fuck is Soup?
You want to see Soup?
Nothing looks like
a very
that.
angry flower. You want to know what's really messed up about this? This design here is really, really similar to Weedle's design in concept stages that was dropped.
Huh.
So this is actually very, very close to early Weedle, whose design was eventually re-rolled, by the way, into Lady Ba and its evolution.
Okay. Lady Ann.
Yeah, Lady Ann. And then you've got literally, this is just...
That is a Clefairy, unambiguously.
It's just a Clefairy. I think the argument is that this is supposed to be for, like, types of Pokemon, not, like, elemental types.
It's
but
body
like,
types.
General body types. So you've got, like, oh, these are bugs. This is a grass, because it's an oddish. This is a fairy, sort of. This is a Fishmon. Except that's not the one for fish. I think there is actually a different one for fish.
I don't remember.
That's for like for
and then you got
things.
your
And then you've got your
Rhydon.
Kaijus. Yeah.
Your substitute doll.
The thing that doesn't actually look like anything, and in fact, they used those in Let's Go for statues, and they look really weird and cool. I actually like them.
Yeah, they got wings in Let's Go.
Yeah.
Our chairman is very vocal about Pokemon.
If someone brags, brag right back. I think in Let's Go they added a line to that even. It was like twice as hard. Let's all listen politely to other trainers, except when you're bragging, I guess. Yeah. The old man sprite in this game always got me as a kid.
What about it?
I don't know why, but it's like, as a kid I saw it and I'm like, that's an old man. And then as an adult I look at it and I'm like, that looks like a child in a false mustache.
It kind of does. He's the same height as you, but he looks smaller.
He's actually shorter than we are.
Oh, he is.
Ever so slightly. He's 1 pixel shorter than the player character. I chair the Pokemon Fan Club. I have collected over 100 Pokemon. I'm very fussy when it comes to Pokemon. So, did you come to visit to hear me about my Pokemon?
Yeah, give us a bite.
Good! Then listen up. My favorite Rapidash. It cute, lovely, smart, plus amazing. You think so? Oh yes, it stunning.
You're breaking up.
Kindly.
Your connection's shitty. Are you going through a tunnel?
Hug it when sleeping. Warm and cuddly. Spectacular. Ravishing. Oops. Look at the time. I kept you too long. Thanks for hearing me out. I want you to have this. Make room for this. Oh, fuck. Do we not have enough
Item
space?
limitations.
Oh my god, I hate the fucking bag in Gen 1. I forgot how much I hated it.
Yeah.
Ugh, fuck everything.
Oh, man.
Okay.
You think that's also a memory issue?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Like, explicitly.
Because it's not like you don't still have the items if they're in your box, but I guess it stores them different.
What the hell is this?
A guy?
Oh, even if they are the same level, Pokemon can have very different abilities. A Pokemon raised by a trainer is stronger than one in the wild. What trainer class are you? He's
got a bug
same
catcher
as...
hat.
He might be a fisher? He's the same as the guy who was in the house who had Dig stolen from him. Weird. Oh god. It's gonna be our PC and then deposit item, because that's how it fucking worked in this generation. Let's put the TMs in there for... No, that's a bad move.
We're not gonna need the dome fossil anytime soon.
You know what? That's fair. We won't. We'll store that. We'll
I don't see a need to keep the moonstone around, because we could use it on Trash King, but we're not gonna just yet.
Yeah, not yet. We still gotta wait off a little bit for that. Did we have an X item?
I don't know. Oh,
X special,
yes,
there it is. Yep. X special was stored in the PC. Holy cow. Oh, did you notice that, by the way?
What?
The guy is on top of that menu.
Good job.
Like, ever so slightly. It's because a lot of the sprites are put in the foreground rather than the background, depending on where they are in the actual, like, game itself.
Yeah, so it's not like everything takes up only the square that they're standing in, so there's like a fake perspective going on.
Yeah, also, I forgot about fucking item limits, and they are just absolutely the worst. I think we have to listen to him talk again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Check that out.
Yeah, okay,
What a
buddy.
gigantic pain in the ass.
Okay, buddy. In Let's Go, he has a Rapidash and a Fearow with portraits on the walls. He doesn't
Was it
mention
a
a
Fearow?
Fearow here.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
it was a Fearow?
yeah.
Okay.
And we were talking about it. I was like, yeah, he's got a Fearow somewhere. I think it might just be in one of the mangas, because if he doesn't have it in here right now...
Exchange that for a bicycle.
Where else would it be?
Don't worry, my Fearow will fly me anywhere.
Oh, there we go. There's
So,
why it has it.
I don't need a bike. I hope you like cycling.
I knew it was canon somewhere that he has both.
Yeah.
They're both on his wall in Let's Go, so that's why.
Yeah. And this poor little babushka grandmother. Look at her.
That's the same sprite they use for younger women, too.
I know, it's actually, I keep thinking that's what it is from the side, but that's actually her hair.
Yeah, it's not a
As
scarf.
a kid, I kept misinterpreting it as a scarf and was very confused.
Yeah, I don't know where you got that impression.
Yeah, I don't know either. Fuck it.
Gonna go get that bike?
Gonna go get that bike.
Have
It'll make
fun
things so
having
much
to
faster.
Open the menu every time.
You don't have to open the menu every time.
Don't you?
We'll see, but I'm pretty sure you don't.
I'm pretty sure you do.
You might be right. We'll see. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. In which case, like, if that is how it goes, boy, is that gonna suck.
Yeah, somebody pointed out that in Let's Go, that was a lass, and she was talking about Grimers being sweaty.
Ew, I kind of remember
Yeah,
that.
did you remember that?
Yeah.
Hey, there's a tree.
You can't
All right.
cut it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We don't have anybody who knows cut yet.
Yeah, we
damn
haven't
it.
been to the boat
No, we haven't
yet.
been to the SS Anne. I forgot. Oh, well. We'll just go up there and do this, then. Alright. This will make things so much faster.
Oh, it'll make it... Is it double speed? Or four times?
I think it's double speed.
Okay. It could still be faster.
Oh, that's a bike voucher. Alright, here you go. Hundera exchanged the bike voucher for a bicycle. Okay. So we can do this. We go into items. We go down to the bike. And then click it.
And it did not give you an option
Nope,
to register
doesn't give you
to
an
select.
option. But I think you can... No? Does that not work?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you could.
It should let you move it all the way up.
No. I meant...
Don't toss. You can move it all the way up so it's at least not... You just gotta press select a second time.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you scared me there.
Yeah.
Thought you were gonna just throw something
No,
out.
I'm not throwing anything away. Don't worry.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll move that up to the top just because it's faster by a bit, but it's not faster by enough, to be honest. But if it was much faster, I guess it wouldn't work so good on the gameplay. And yes, anytime you go into a building...
Yeah.
Most of the buildings, actually. I think you can do this on certain buildings, let you
Yeah, I think you can use it in the underground tunnels.
It always bothered me as a kid that your hat changes when you get on the bike. And it's not like a helmet or anything. It's just your hat gets squatty. And I found out as an adult why that was.
It's just the sprite limitation.
Yeah, it's the sprite limitation of the character is like very short. So you can see it. It's like a normal hat here.
Uh-huh.
And then you get on the bike and it's like... Squanch?
I never really noticed it.
Yeah, as a kid, that always bugged the hell out of me. The bike, by the way, the animation's not that bad. It's actually pretty okay for a bike, but they really hid things in the black pixels. Like, you can tell that there's a ton hidden there.
Oh, yeah.
Because they didn't have the ability to be so, like, brazen with the pixels. They couldn't just throw them anywhere.
What would they put there?
So you wind up with just your hands, your feet, your head, and then the wheels of the bike, and that's it. There's nothing else there. Versus when you're walking around, I think your shirt has color when you're walking around, or your pants, one of the two.
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember which, but next time when you get off the bike, you'll know.
Yeah, squished hat. Gen 1 Diglett, is that a tooth or a nose?
What?
Is it a tooth or a nose?
Oh, you mean like that's like a tooth inside a mouth as opposed to a nose?
As opposed to a nose with a little bit of shine on it.
Well, I mean, we know now. But I guess it could have been just this thing popped up screaming.
Yeah. It was a question of at the time, was it?
That's a good point.
This, again, I mentioned was this is the sprite where somebody misinterpreted that as being like tons of little bug legs, by the way.
I don't know how you'd interpret that as bug legs.
Yeah,
it just looks like dirt.
I agree.
Why are you running?
Because I don't want to have to fight these guys.
Oh, I thought you were going to catch one.
I will, but I have to make 2 trips through this.
Oh,
it's not going to be worth it for me to do it this way.
That's true. Good point.
I don't need to fight him right now. And honestly, the only thing that we'd run into that I might want to catch immediately anyway would be a Dugtrio instead of a Diglett, because you occasionally get those encounters.
Yeah, you do.
But they're rare enough that we don't really have to worry too much about it. It's probably fine. If it happens, we'll stop and catch. But
were you like ever bothered by the logistics of fusion Pokemon like Dugtrio and Magneton?
Yes, all the time. Even now, I don't like them.
Yeah, they bug me a little bit.
I'm very much bothered. Meltan just rubs me the wrong way more than you could imagine.
Yeah, I always just kind of figured, like, well, why do they lose their individuality? If all 3 Diglets are friends, why do they become one person? But I guess, like, the 2 extras come from nowhere, so it's another question.
Yeah, it's like evolving a Slowpoke, where it's like, there was probably a point in design where they were like, oh, maybe if you have a Slowpoke and a Shelter in the same party, it would do it, but then decided that it was a bad idea because it requires you to basically destroy a Shelter or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's still like, I think I would have preferred some amount of logic to be in there, honestly.
Is there an item here?
I swear to God there is. Am I messing up? Do I not? Okay, whatever. If it's there, I can't find it. We can only hit the one house right now, and I think is this the Mr. Mime one? No. Okay. Good. It's the other one. Oh no, this is the guy. Ah, god damn it.
It looked like he's holding a coffee cup at first.
It's a Game Boy. Yeah, so we don't have cut, so we can't go into Pewter, which means that we're gonna have to make the trip back through Diglett Cave.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, alright, that was a bad move on my behalf. Maybe we should have just waited until we got cut.
We're just not sure of the sequence anymore because they changed things a little bit.
Yeah, they changed things a lot, so I'm all over the place.
It's fine, plus we've been at it for a few hours because of Tomodachi Life.
Yeah, a little bit.
And I don't know about you, but I loaded up on Dayquil. It's not supposed to make you drowsy, but it's certainly not keeping me up.
This is fair. Somebody said, I remember thinking Cloyster looks like Ghastly. Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of things like that that are just orb faces.
I remember I had to bring this up to you when you were doing certain things, and I was like, here's a bunch of them. And you looked at them and went, oh no, you're ruining these for me.
Yeah, Shelter and Cloyster are both orbs with chunks.
So is Tentacruel. Tentacruel is a orb with eyes and flack coming off of it.
And a hat.
And a hat, yeah. It's, I mean, Jinx, technically. Jinx has a body, but you don't see any of it. It looks like an orb piloting a mech suit.
Kind of.
There's a bunch of Pokemon that are... There's a Dugtrio.
Catch it. Oh, it's got perspective. I forgot they did, like, this head
Unfortunately,
down
it's a much higher level than us as well.
Ooh.
So we need to be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah. It probably only knows Scratch, but it's still going to be enough to be a big pain in the ass.
Scratch and Growl and what else would
probably
have?
Dig.
Sand Attack.
Maybe Sand Attack. Yeah, that's a good one too. Let's see. I could give it a bubble and see if that'll kill it or just bring it down real low. I hope it doesn't kill it, to be honest.
Yeah, although good experience, I guess.
Wow. Yeah, on the off chance that it does, that is good experience. That's going to be a problem. that's going to be the bad one. Well, we're going to take the hit either way, so... May as well take it and hope that we survive. Oh, come on! Okay, fuck it.
We don't
we've only
have
got
that
one
many
Great Ball.
balls.
Oh no! Wait, we have a bunch of Pokeballs, don't we? Or did we have like
we have
almost
2.
none of them? Oh shit. Okay. But oh no, no, you dick! Okay, hold on.
It'll be fine.
Do we have a flying one? Is Kunamon flying in Bug or poison in Bug?
I think they're both flying in
Bug and poison. Nope. Yeah, one of them is flying and one of them isn't.
Okay.
Which is weird because you'd expect them
remember.
both to be flying because they do both fly, but one of them is not actually a flying type, which is a mistake that a lot of people make, and I keep having to remind people that, like, Pokemon get screwy when it comes to flight. It's really hard to remember some of them. That's one of them.
So often it feels like there should be 3 types per Pokemon, but it's like, I know why they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, well,
That's a
it
bit
takes
much.
up a lot of space, and it makes it a big
It's
pain
complicated.
in the ass. Yeah. Makes it more complicated than it probably should be.
Although, I enjoy complicated RPG bullshit. Like, that might be too far for practicality reasons.
It
I
might be,
respect that.
honestly.
Oh, this is
I know.
Is rough.
I know. I'm basically tributing some of our Pokemon here on purpose. Don't worry about it. I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna try and poison him if I can. It might be a bad idea to do.
Yeah, on a ground type,
it's not really gonna
hard.
help too much anyway. It's not as hard as it would be on any other Pokemon type.
Well,
I'm
they're
gonna throw a
resistant
Pokeball.
to poison as a type, too.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough, but that doesn't mean that it's
Holy
okay,
shit!
yeah, we got it.
First try.
Dugtrio was caught.
I thought that was going to be
New
way harder
Pokedex
than
data
that.
will be added for Dugtrio. What was that?
I thought that was going to be harder.
Nah. You want to do this?
Dugtrio, the mole Pokemon. A team of Diglett triplets. It triggers huge earthquakes by burrowing 60 miles underground. I can't do that voice right now. I'm sorry.
Okay, give us a nickname, chat, for this Dugtrio. Any nickname. We're open to them. We won't necessarily pick them, but give them to us.
Don't give us genitals.
Yeah, please don't do that.
Let's see. I mean,
Stretching out.
it's 3 guys. So what's the name for 3
Diggersby.
people? What's the name for 3 people together?
3 people, a trio?
No, like
Blue
a
Man
name
group?
of Nirvana is 3 people.
Oh, there's a lot more in way of like 3 people bands than you're willing
I
to
like
name.
3 Mole Moon.
Would that work?
Um,
No, yeah, kind of, but name it Mud. What do you think? What's your favorite of what we've gotten?
Mole Moon would fit.
We could fit 3 Mole Moon.
Yeah, like we can't get the 3.
Oh yeah, you can't put numbers in. What the fuck?
But you can just write Mole Moon.
I could have sworn you used to be able to do numbers. Can you not?
Not here. It gives you lowercase, but I don't think that's going to give you numbers.
No, look at that. And X doesn't change on this screen anyway. This version of X.
Yeah.
Why? What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Okay, that's weird. We can name it Mole Moon though. That's fine.
Yeah.
You want to do it with lowercase?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it all proper.
Yeah.
I used to hang out on a forum based off of Sprite comics when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And there was a Pokemon thread, and there was always one guy who would like always type out every Pokemon name in caps lock because they're caps lock in the game. And it's like they didn't even stick to that. That stopped.
No, they changed that pretty quickly.
I feel like they never intended you to always caps lock a Pokemon name or attack. It was a weird affectation that one guy put on and no one ever asked why.
Well, it's because I think it worked that way in Japanese. It was better or something like that because they were originally not in English characters.
I don't know.
I don't 100% remember.
It was just unusual, and every so often in first gen stuff, I remember that it's like, oh yeah, everything's caps lock for no reason.
Yeah, it's really confusing and weird.
It's not that confusing. It's just goofy when you point it out.
Yeah. Okay. We hope to see you again.
There's
let's
only
put
ever
that Doug
one
Drio
person who did it.
in our team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going to Bill's PC. Oh god. Deposit
no move
Pokemon
option.
first. Yeah, who do we want to put away?
I feel like Kunamon's not really doing much.
Okay. I like Kunamon is the problem. Beedrill is a really cool Pokemon, but not so much in Gen 1.
Not really all that battle ready.
Yeah, that's true. That too.
As opposed to Butterfree that gets like confusion and stuff, so it's a little more useful.
Yeah, that's true. I remember always making the nicknames in capitals because of it. Yeah. I don't know what was up with that.
I used to make sure not to go all caps with my nickname so that it kind of smoothed the grammar into the regular words around it.
Let's just go in.
Like, I didn't like the idea of it's like, Pikachu used Thundershock. I would just have it just set to like, oh, Microwave uses Thundershock. You know, there's no shouting.
No shouting! The names of every Pokemon! Oh, we did it for all of these, though.
Did we?
Whoops. Yeah, apparently we've been doing it in all
shit.
caps.
Whatever. Mole
right.
Moon is chilled.
Whoops.
Mole Moon is too calm for that.
The SSN is a famous luxury cruise ship. We visit Vermilion once a year. Oh.
Where does it go for the rest of the year?
Around the world.
Yeah.
Actually, you want a real real answer to that?
Mm-hmm.
It goes to Alola.
Huh.
The end of spoilers, by the way, the end of Sun and Moon is the SSN docking in port.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Excuse me, do you have a ticket? Hundera flashed the SS ticket like a boss. Good, welcome to the SSN, you fucking dick child. Like,
What?
because you're flashing it. You're not even showing it to him. You're just pulling it up for a split second, being like, yeah, I got a ticket. Here you go. Like, what a jerk.
A little bit.
This is not
I
my room.
guess.
Where's my room?
Funny that the ticket gets you a room when
Is this
you
mine?
never
No,
stay
this
on
is
the
someone
damn
else's
thing.
room. Whoops. You pup. How dare you barge in?
Like, is it assumed that because you have a ticket, you're supposed to stay on the boat?
I guess.
Because you never get the
Gentleman
option
wants to fight. No, they leave as soon as you leave. That's the
rude.
implication. Is like, oh well, it's just that you got off the boat just as they were leaving and you didn't realize it or something like that.
It's a waste of Bill's money. Or
It is a
whatever.
little bit.
I mean, he got those tickets from somewhere. I don't remember.
Yeah, Bill tells you that he got him and that he doesn't like the idea anyway, so he didn't want to go. And he's like, you can go. There's a party. You can enjoy that if you want.
Which you don't really. Like, you don't even see the party. You see a bunch of people sitting in the rooms
This
and
is the
one
party.
sick captain.
the party is, I think, everybody sitting in their rooms. It's not much of a party.
It's just a sit in your room and fight party. I
guess. Right? Like something like that. Gentleman is about to use
It's like they're waiting for you to come by to trick or treat, except
sort
fights.
Of? Except it's Pokemon battles,
yeah. And there's no reason for these Nidorans to be like level 19 and not evolve.
No. Yeah, it's a little weird. Oh, I forgot how Nidoran female looked in this game. It's such a bunny. Yeah, it's such a nugget bunny. Look at it, it's adorable.
All Nidoran are adorable.
Yeah, but it's weirdly more adorable in this just because the sprite work is so bad.
Yep, there's this little nugget. With kind of a vacant eye, really.
Yeah, I mean a little bit. They're more white than they are like blue for some weird reason.
This game was not originally colored.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
Like the color options kind of come off of the
Rumph, you rude child.
Like it's Super Game Boy colors, right?
Well, these colors I think are Super Game Boy colors, but it is important to remember that the Super Game Boy used the same color chips as the Game Boy Color, if I remember correctly. And you could put a Game Boy Color, you could put this game into a Game Boy Color and it would play it just fine. And it would play it with color. And these were the colors that it would play it with, I think.
Yeah, like there's like a digit value for certain stuff in here.
Yeah.
But it's like...
Bonjour, I am le waiter, this sheep.
They weren't counting on you being able to see the colors.
I will be happy to serve you anything you please. Ah, le strong silent type. You a jerk.
Well, we are strong and silent. He's not wrong.
I mean, maybe, but, you know. Doesn't make him not a jerk. I travel alone on my journeys. My Pokemon are my only friends. Oh, somebody said they think the party already happened. That makes sense, too.
Yeah, that we got here a little late.
I mean, we did have to walk through, like, the underground path.
I forgot how weirdly...
Yeah, did you forget about Growlithe?
I forgot that it looked like it was shrink wrapped.
Yeah. It's like an actual... It looks like a bear tiger more than a dog.
It looks a little bit like a chocolate bunny from Easter.
A little bit, yeah.
Like the way it's very flat and forced into a position.
It's very much an actual animal and not like the cartoon animal that Growlithe is now.
Except for its little mohawk.
Except for the little mohawk. And the little dibble-dabble of hair on the very top of its head. The little wispy poof is what like makes you know that that's not a real animal.
Yeah.
Fucking Crimbo Williams, level 23. Got to use Growlithe.
We really should train some of our other guys.
I know. I just wanted to make sure that Crimbo had a good like level going on.
Yeah. Well, it's true that when we fight Lieutenant Surge, we have a type disadvantage.
Oh yeah. With Crimbo, we would anyway. So we're probably not going to be using him very much during that fight anyway. It's fine.
Super effective, because of course it is.
Yep. Enemy Growlithe fainted, and then Crimbo gains experience, and that's it. My friends!
I like how the lack of names on the trainers makes some of these statements very vague. It's like, Hundera defeated a gentleman.
You should be nice to friends. Don't bite your friends. Okay. Hold on. I did see a Pokeball in one of these rooms. I want to pick up the item real fast.
Don't bite your friends has never been a joke we've done on screen.
No, I don't think we have.
It's a bit from Yo Gabba Gabba. It's just literally learn not to bite your friends.
Oh, damn. I love Pokemon, do you?
Yeah, we should be friends. I won't bite you.
We should be friends. Youngster wants to fight. Youngster sent out Nidoran.
Fapney's just called our new Doug Trio Moon Men instead of Moon Molins. Like, honestly, that's a pretty good name. The Moon Men.
Yeah.
That sounds like it could be a band.
Probably. I mean, there are 3 of them.
Yeah.
If it was the Alolan version, we'd have named it, like, Hanson.
Or yes, something, actually, because they're blonde.
Like, well, a lot of people pointed out that they have the right hairstyles for the Hanson kids, too, in the 90s.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's
I
a
love
lot
that
of
Doug Trio's so
three-person.
fucking weird.
There's a lot of three-person bands that you could draw names from, though.
Well, yeah,
It's
but I said
true.
that earlier. It's like the 3 people is like the number for bands that people typically go with. Okay, it's a TM.
I want to say
'Cause it's
Blink 182 is 3
Blink-
people.
Blink 182, Green Day, most bands. It's because you have a vocalist, a guitarist, a bass guitar, and a drummer, and your vocalist and your guitarist tend to be the same person.
It's that or 5 people.
No, 5 people is a pretty uncommon number.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's how many people are in Guns N' Roses, so I assumed it was normal.
It's normal for certain kinds of bands, but for most bands, you get 3 general people, and then maybe you might have a 4th if your vocalist can't do anything but sing. I think Guns N' Roses has what do they have, like a keyboardist as well?
Axel plays keyboard sometimes.
Then why do they need 5 people? What do they play? Because I can't remember now.
Let's see, it's Axel / Duff McKagan.
Those are the 3 that I remember in Guns N' Roses.
Izzy Stradlin, and I want to say the drummer's name is Steve.
So, okay, that was the thing we were using turning off.
Oh boy.
So give me a second to try and fix this.
Oh
I
boy.
had said that it wasn't working earlier today, and it's still kind of not working so great.
Everyone tell me your favorite band. If it's not Guns N' Roses, I still like you, don't worry. As far as we can tell, it's a wiggly power cord. But it's been like this for a long time, and it's not the cord specifically so much as the connector. But even the slide, no one touched it. It just kind of did this.
Yeah. That's fine. It's just, it does it sometimes.
Yeah.
This is the same system that we were using that had issues a couple Halloweens ago that
we did
dropped.
Fester's Quest.
Fester's Quest.
We made it jokey, like, oh no, a ghost got it, but...
I need the...
Huh.
I saved. There's a chance it didn't save it properly.
Oh no.
So I'm going to have to figure out if it actually saved it or not.
Yeah, I know we saved in-game.
Yeah, but if we save in-game, it might not always save it out of game, is the problem. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Let's go to 1 for this.
Oh, boy.
And then we'll do... fuck. I don't know that it actually saved it all.
Oh, no.
And if we restart it, there's a chance that it won't save progress up to this point anyway. So it's like, I don't know if this is a good idea to continue streaming this, to be honest.
Oh,
Especially if it's going to break like this, there's a very, very good chance that this is a very, very bad idea.
I'm really sorry, guys.
It might work if we reload like this, but I kind of doubt it.
Well, you did just save where it was. Would that have...
It would have overdone it, but we'll see. Because if it's not where we want it to be, then it's not going to happen. I think we're done. Yeah, we're done here. That's unfortunate. I'm really unhappy about this. Fuck! I'm so angry.
Okay, should I mute?
No. I'm gonna get up. I'm really pissed off about this. So, here's the problem, right? Even if we save in here, because of the way that this system works, it doesn't actually save the game. It doesn't work the way that you would expect a game like this to work, where it saves to the cartridge, it saves to an SD card, and the SD card is never quite sure if it's saving in-game or out-of-game because it kind of... It lets things float for quite some time until the console is properly turned off.
Okay.
So, we are all the way back here. We may as well have not done anything that we've done today at all.
Do you want to just speed through?
I was speeding through!
I don't know.
Like, there's, Do you guys want to try it again? Because there's a chance it'll just do this again. If you guys don't want to do it, we can switch over to something else, or we can just end the stream. It's up to you.
We've got plenty of options for the Capture 3DS. I had done a little progress in Tamagotchi connection.
I kind of don't want to do Capture 3DS, I gotta be honest.
We could do...
It is a fair bit of progress gone, by the way. Somebody said that, and yes, it is.
I don't know. Technically, we could do Let's Go, but we're gonna do it on Saturday,
yeah,
so
we're gonna do it on Saturday, and I don't want to do this. I'm actually angrier than I want to be right now. Like, I'm extremely mad.
Well, we don't want to extreme mad.
Yeah, I know. Here's the thing. The company that produces the thing that we use for this is, like, honestly garbage. I actually hate the company. They have produced nothing, insofar as I can tell, that doesn't break constantly. And this is such a good idea, and it's like the only thing that works the way that it does without being literally like a Super Game Boy, which, by the way, are like $300 or $400. Because Super Game Boys are unbelievably difficult to get your hands on.
Yeah, and they're old tech, too.
And you'd need a Super Nintendo to make them work anyway.
Yeah, we don't have one of those either.
It's just like... I cannot hold back my rage when it comes to this. It's such a big pain in the butt.
It's okay.
No, it's really not.
I mean, like, it's okay that you're mad, but do you want to be mad on the internet?
No, I don't want to be mad on the internet.
You guys all cool if we call it a night, and we'll see you on Saturday for Let's Go?
I guess we'll just call this early.
We're really sorry.
I'm sorry, you guys. Yeah, technical difficulties. And this is just... I'm really, really mad. By the time you come back, we will have probably not fixed the whole problem, but we maybe will have gotten back to where we were.
Yeah. Well, you mean like off screen, just
catching
off
another screen,
man?
I'll just go all the way through it.
Yeah. Yeah, we won't have missed too much, but it's provided that the thing doesn't give us any crashing issues. We'll see.
Yeah. All right. Have a good night, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna... I don't know, Megan, you keep talking.
We'll see you on Saturday. In the meantime, we have been switching Pokemon in and out of the Pokeball Plus, so it, we started with a Chansey in it when we ended the last session, then put it in a Squirtle, and then a Drowsy, might do some other stuff, because they level really fast. So when we come back, we'll have a bunch of things, and they'll have gathered a bunch of candy, and that'll all be good. For now, we're just gonna rest. I mean, you can tell from my voice, I think it's gotten worse. Josh is still a little sick too. We're gonna just chill now. And I hope everyone else chills. We're all gonna relax, and you have a good night. You cut it off?
No, it's still going.
Oh, okay, well the music stopped.
Yeah, I know. Good night, everybody.
Night.